Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray, and I'm back. Dad had a lengthy marathon stream, and I took a nap. I'm really proud of him for getting 11 out of 12 games within the allotted 4-hour time period, and then he got squeezed the 12th one in just after the clock. I really applaud him for continuing and not quitting. That's a hard thing to do, beat 12 games in a row, especially in like a marathon speed run. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to set my first solo speedrun time for Castle Crashers. I practiced this by playing it on my Steam Deck on the flight home after I got done visiting my mom. The Steam Deck is just not to plug it or anything, but shameless plug. It's been one of my favorite pieces of technology that I've got, more recently, just because it gives you the accessibility of a lot of the more modern library, and you're able to take that on the go as long as you have it downloaded. There's just a lot of value in the Steam Deck, especially if you can't afford a PC, or if you just want to get it for indie games and the type of games I play. Perfect for the Steam Deck. If you play stuff like super modern games, like you're trying to play FPSs that just came out, they're not going to run on it. That's not what the machine's for. But I digress. Anyways, we're going to start by selecting local game, and the timer starts as soon as I select my character. So I'm gonna go with the Ice Dude. He was always my favorite as a kid, so I feel like it makes sense to go with him. Alright. And we're off. This is any percent, no major glitches, so I don't really know any of the glitches associated with this run. So I'm just doing it under the no glitches.
Hey Bray, you cool if I come and sit in for like the first little bit of this?
Yeah, that's alright. I have already...
Hi, Sade.
Oh, okay, I got the... There we go. I was just making sure I got that potion. It's the first guy with the backpack that gives it to you. I wasted a second or two. Not too big of a deal. Now, the big thing with this run that a lot of people have realized, and I always knew this as a kid, the most powerful move in the entire game is juggling. Literally just moving left or right and attacking the enemies and keeping them midair to do the most amount of sustained damage. And you can do this by pressing both X and Y, and it's just super powerful, as you can see. And that's what we're going to be doing a lot during this run. You can just get the maximum possible damage and clear the screens as quickly as you can, really. But I played this game so much as a kid, so it really it's really awesome to be in the position where I'm confident enough to go through the whole thing in a marathon. And it's a game that I always typically play in one sitting if I can. I love playing Castle Crashers start to finish. But sometimes you want to play other games, and you don't want to sit down and play something like super lengthy during your gaming session for the day. The cool thing with this game is alright, so if you speedrun, you probably understand like the fatigue you kind of feel, but because you like with your fingers, because sometimes you kind of have to be constantly pressing buttons, or like Dad's NES Zelda run, you have to constantly be moving, and this is the same kind of thing. But what's nice is you can alternate between the joystick and the D-pad. So you can kind of switch as you need. Alright. I hope I'm not smashing the controller too loud, but...
Hey, it proves you're actuating. It proves that you're doing it. Come on.
This is one of my least favorite screens. Just because that shit in the middle. I guess it doesn't really make too much difference. Sometimes they'll hide behind it. Those guys are definitely dead. Alright. Moving on.
Look at the big fight in the background.
Yeah, that was always my favorite, is the small details that are going on in the background. As well as the objects that exist in the foreground. There's a lot of layering to this game.
I would like to play the first version of it without the first patch of Steam.
The glitches. That would be just fun to do. Some of
Yeah.
those glitches were just fun. The boomerang was like the best damn weapon in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was all so OP.
And then it's kind of useless in the current state of the game. There are very... it's good for opening doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very quick to open a door if you time it properly. Alright. So we're making our way to the first major boss, which is quite easily cheesable. Easy cheese. Alright. You're just gonna kind of juggle yourself midair and do the most possible damage. If you have two people, this thing dies literally instantly.
Yeah. You get to wonder what it was gonna do. You definitely don't get to see any of that.
Definitely still shit on him though,
Oh, you did.
all things considered. Alright, moving on. Use the side of the screen to your advantage. It is so much easier to juggle enemies if you're like against a wall or the side of the screen. Just a little tip. Ooh, brutal. And what's nice is if since you're steadily leveling up, it's going to... Since you're steadily leveling up, it's going to keep refilling your health, as well as the items you find on the ground. So you don't really need potions unless you make some major mistakes, which it doesn't really take too much time. If you have excess money after you've picked up the items you need, you know, it's nice to have potions handy just to make everything easier, but I guess in an ideal sense, in an ideal run, you wouldn't really necessarily need it. I'm always going to opt to be on the safe side because I never claimed to be a professional runner of Castle Crashers, but I have been playing it for a whole long time, at least since I was 7 or 8. So, I mean, at least for me, that's like one of the longer games that or like the games that I've played for longest, I guess. Sorry, it's kind of hard to have insightful commentary and play at the same time sometimes. See, like I doubled up on words, and it's just like, I'll be alright.
You're fine.
Sometimes you say silly shit.
Have you done
Oh shit, okay.
Have you done any, That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Easy Speezy.
I was about to ask if you've done any text search.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
That's what I did that earlier today.
Yeah, nice. That's gonna make a world of difference here, as you've now taken on like a third of his health.
Oh shit. Yeah, the Y attack on the ground is very, very good. I'm gonna have to pick up some of this money. I'm gonna try not to pick too much of it up, just to try to save.
756, is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good, at least for me.
Yeah, I'm asking. Any questions I ask about that is on your personal part. I don't know what. I have no idea. I don't want to.
I haven't ever timed it.
I don't want to watch that stuff. Well, you would also know if it feels good. You said you just recently did it on the plane.
Yeah. I was gonna beat it, and then we actually got through the flight quicker than anticipated. So the flight was like the perfect amount of time for me to beat it, which I'm not gonna like show my hand with how how long my run is.
Don't do that. That way there's no expectations.
Yep, no expectations. No disappointment then.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when you end up getting most disappointed, is when you give yourself like some.
I was only disappointed on the NES marathon earlier because I did math and I just did wrong math too. So.
That's kind of how I felt with my Mario 64 run. It was just like I really had thought I had accounted for everything, and then it was just I was just not as prepared.
I had a parachute. You know what I mean? I knew I could switch something for something else, but I mean I also had intentions on playing Zelda, and I didn't get to see any of that. So that means the debut of Zelda with the timer will have to be tomorrow, probably. I can't wait to figure that out. That's my favorite thing to do.
It's just consistent, because you can juggle with it too, so it's not really a problem of...
You know, it's all cartoony, but I just imagine what it'd be like to see somebody riding around on a lizard thing and just smacking the crap out of people. Riding by them, smacking them.
Organically go back and pick this pet up. This is the first pet that we've picked up in the game.
Is there a pet route, this to this to this, and you end up with this?
No, not really. I mean,
really.
If you have excess money, I always go for the guy who just boosts your defense.
Yeah.
I mean, that can't hurt. I think there is one that gives you strength, but I don't even know where to get that one, I'm gonna be honest. This was always just hysterical when I brought friends over and showed them Castle Crashers, and we'd play through the game, and they would just laugh their asses off because they'd be seeing this for the first time. And when you're 8, the poop humor is just the funniest shit.
Right. Of course. It was funny when I was seeing this stuff on Newgrounds when I was 16. It was still funny.
I mean, I still find it pretty funny. It's comical. I don't think there's any real reason to pick this hammer up. +2 strength. Oh, wait. Holy shit! Holy shit! Leave me alone. Jesus. That was the first time I actually was, like, getting hit for a second. But yeah, now that I think about it, it's probably better to pick up a strength boosting weapon. Alright, let's drink that potion. I actually forgot that I had that free one. Good to unlock this pet because it actually is recommended for the one level that actually has water that you walk in, which is the Medusa level, I believe. It makes you walk quicker through that portion, which I didn't think about, but that's like the only area in the whole game that's actually like a feature. Oh shit, there's a guy who's gotta be alive down. Yep.
Wow. That's a very generous amount of room that they gave
For you to
run back, you know.
Yeah. It's very open.
I mean, it's a very random thing for that cliff to be there to prevent it from to follow you, though. These things creep to me.
Yes, I agree. They'll just like start spitting and it'll like cover their face. It's one of their idle animations.
And if you're watching
I don't need that stick.
If you're watching this at home on a TV, if you turn it up, there's certain enemies that when they just naturally appear, their noise, what they do is just really creepy, some of them.
See, like it at least gets a chuckle out of me. even if it's not the funniest shit ever. Like I used to like laugh hysterically with my friends at some of this stuff.
The
But
reason why this game was phenomenal is because you knew going in you couldn't take anything seriously because it wasn't taking itself seriously at all.
that is exactly the idea, and I think that's why Battle Block Theater works so well too.
Yeah, as a different type of game in the same type of thing. Yes.
And I still haven't given Pit People a try. I feel like I probably I should not have eaten that. But I feel like at some point I probably should play that game. It's also made by the Behemoth, and it's a different type of game. It's not it's like a geometric strategy game or something, which isn't my type of game, but I appreciate their humor and their comedic stylings, so I feel like it's at least worth a shot.
Right.
So right here, I'm just trying to press a little bit of extra enemies to get XP. Just not too much.
To catch up to the point where it's not worth the gains, you know what I mean, or you're wasting time.
Yep.
Because you were gonna, it's better than you can.
Well, I can juggle the enemies, and they're very light on health. I just wanted it to get me closer to level 6.
Right.
All right. Perfect.
I'll say there's not a lot of rank and file enemies that respawn like that, so...
Yeah, it's the only farm in the game. If you're ever trying to get easy XP in the early game, you can sit there for quite a while. Alright, this portion is not too bad. It used to be very stressful to me as a kid. Especially when you're, not paying attention. You're just like looking at like the big creature, or you're looking at the wrong place. You're supposed to be looking at the far right side of the screen, or you can follow the deer as far as the doors are concerned.
Look for the cue of the lights in the ground.
I followed the deer at this point.
Yeah.
It's easier, but you're right. That's what I always use. What I initially.
Like that,
yeah.
I never did that at first. I was like, man, that's pretty on point though. But the deer are gonna knock smack on the wall, right? they're like trying to not die.
Yeah, but they show you before the hue.
Yeah, they do. They do move to where it is too. This is where the game shows you that you're on an epic beat 'em up where it's just not about smashing buttons. At least it's got some momentum behind it, and you feel like you're part of a story that you can just play on, like Braden said, like an afternoon. You don't have to you can do it in one sesh. We played every Super Nintendo beat 'em up in one sesh back in the day, whatever it was.
Ninja Turtles is one of those things too. When you're at a pay for like hour arcade or whatever, where it's not pay to play, me and you will just sit down and beat whatever beat 'em up, whether it be the Simpsons arcade or...
That would give you an achievement.
Yeah,
to pop.
if you didn't already have the achievement, there would be
16 minutes, good shit.
There'd be an achievement right there. Now, immediately, you're going to want to find yourself something to float on. Whether that be a log, an alligator, there's like many things that you can float on. Now, these bats are going to suck, but they die in one hit. Just like the aliens, which there's no need to juggle them. I've learned. The aliens in the desert. Ooh, damn. Ooh, thank you, sir.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, thank you.
That was some nice shit. Good RNG.
Yeah, very good recovery on that. Oh. Look at the little bunny hopping along.
I had that happen getting a star on my 70-star run, where I got like knocked down.
I got
bounced back up.
Aside from, me messing up, I did get pretty decent RNG in my run today.
Good. You got that flip on that flip move on.
Oh shit.
Good recovery.
I think he's the last one.
Whew.
But I do believe as soon as I get in this boss fight, I meant to do the same thing. I'm gonna be a little bit gonna get farther into it just to make
Just
sure.
to make sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right when he pops up. I'm gonna wait for the health bar though. There we go. Exit to map. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I do believe I'm supposed to buy something here. No, I stand corrected.
You don't need any potions. You're good.
No, I'll be all right.
Oh god, that made me nervous to get to do it again.
Nope. Yeah, and the shield is very powerful in this. You're gonna want to just kind of stay in the middle. Oh, that was dumb. Just gonna make the most out of it.
You are doing very good. Nice recovery. Considering the fact that your plan is pretty much foolproof and you were not...
No, kitty, that's my pop pop.
Yeah.
Alright, that is not what I meant to do. Back to the map. Temporarily, until we get something better, I'm gonna pick the wrench up. Just because it's one of the first items that give you the critical hit chance, and I'm gonna be so honest, even though it's not giving me a strength bonus, I'm pretty high in strength currently, and the chance of getting a critical hit that'll just end an enemy in one shot is pretty powerful until we get a better weapon later on. Okay, those both, yeah, both dead. Definitely, be careful, you know, don't waste too much time juggling enemies, because once you get high enough strength, they die a lot quicker than you'd expect.
Just don't do that underselling yourself on the harder enemies.
Well, sometimes they'll spam their movement attacks over and over again. Oh my, you see that critical?
That guy's rough. And you just beat the shit out of him? Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
No tornadoes.
Are you serious right now? Holy shit.
Fucking mopped them.
You did, dude. And that's a long drawn out fight if you don't do that.
I just mopped them.
That is such a long drawn out fight if you don't do that. That's insane, dude. I know, Chico, that's crazy, right? Right? Is that crazy?
Oh, I'm supposed to block this. Okay.
He just cheesed and looked at it.
Oh, I don't like your tornadoes. Your big boss didn't get to do any tornadoes.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's normally so long and drawn
It's
out.
such a long draw. You just saved yourself so much time there.
Oh yeah.
You do that consistently?
I don't. It matters if sometimes I just invest in defense, but if you fully strength dump and pick this wrench up, it's like that critical hit you saw took a big chunk of the health bar.
It did.
That's why it's definitely worth picking up. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people pick the wrench up in their playthroughs, but at least just it makes sense to me. You can push past all those bats. Alright, it's gonna make this so much easier too, because these guys, they take forever to kill sometimes. Especially if you're playing magic, I don't think that magic does like anything to them. And as a kid, I always played full magic, because that's what like the coolest aspect of the game is each character's unique magic.
Right, that's usually what we picked new characters for, to see that.
Oh yeah, and that is the coolest part of the game, and that's the replayability of it. Is each character has different and differently leveled magic, like our differently balanced magic rather.
Are you creating like a path right now that you're gonna, when you run it again, that you're gonna try to replicate, or do you have a couple paths in mind and this is just A
I'm just winging it, man.
Yeah, that's what I did when I did the 70-star run the first time. I was like, and then I really,
I
did the casual run like that, and I'm like, okay.
I have casually speedran this game throughout my life many a time, so I guess it's just like I know what to be worried about,
Right.
if that makes sense. Like this fight can be a worry sometimes.
That poop is crazy.
Especially like when you get stun locked by poop. All right, get out of my face. And that lick can also be very deadly. I might die to poop. I died to poop. Sorry.
It's definitely okay.
It's a small portion, and I got more strength.
And you get you still get XP.
Yeah,
so it's not.
That's true.
That's the best thing about it. If you weren't getting any gains, then you could feel something. But like, you're not going to be able to find enemies to grind, and you didn't lose your XP. So don't you know what I mean? These are situations that you could feel like that. Now, when you have to go through a long level and replay the whole long level, yeah.
That magma stage is.
Oh my god! I'm gonna be upstairs for that.
It is just one of my least favorite stages.
That's mine too.
It's my kryptonite sometimes. I could beat the whole game sometimes without dying, and then I'll die that stage, and I'm like,
I just usually stay up top, and then just try to make sure that I just kind of control how they come in at me, but that's still, those enemies are so OP at that point.
come on. Alright.
I remember killing this guy with the boomerang.
Yep, the boomerang would just instantly annihilate this guy. You just get it stuck behind them.
Catfish with a boomerang. You killed
Every boss.
We actually
for
used the boomerang on the catfish to farm XP to just to level up as a turbo level.
Oh yeah, I remember after they patched the catfish, I would do it on the industrial castle boss.
Yeah.
You get it, you throw it behind his things, and it will just break it near instantly. Be very careful of that lick attack.
It's freaking crazy toxic.
Alright. Stop munching on my brains, please.
Rude. I love how the posse just comes in after the deed is done. It's like, where were you guys? All you guys together would have been kind of a lot easier for us here. Can you unplug that black charger? No.
Nope.
I respect it.
Especially when there's like scripted animations that I have to wait for, it's one of those things where I have to be moving constantly.
Alright, man. Well, I will leave you to it and have fun.
Yeah, I will.
Don't
I haven't
much about that stage that you just talked about, because that's really the biggest hurdle for you, I think.
And at this point, I think I figured it out.
Because it's lengthy, and if you die, you have to do it again.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you're good. Alright, love you, bud.
Yeah, take care. Peace. Alright. I love the little animation that the bee does there where he like points at you and he's like, "Get him!" You can actually steal the king's horse for this portion. Can make it easier for some people. But it doesn't matter. We are being shot out of the cannon, which I would not stress about getting that at max. It does not save you too much time. And now this is a really easy portion because it's 2D. And Easy Speezy talks about this, but it's one of the easiest places to just kind of rack up easy kills. And I know I've said easy many a time now. Just kind of silly now that I look at it. But you can kill those enemies and ooh. Even though I can't use it, I will just pick it up for funsies. You essentially just want to get them all piled together and stack them against the side of the screen and just beat the shit out of them. Alright. Same here. Ooh. What the hell? I got hit in a couple awkward spots there. We're just gonna take those levels and go again. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? I mean, I could definitely go pick up some money, but there's a weapon I should be grabbing here soon. Alright. All of the king's horses and all the king's men. Couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again, I think. I don't know why. Humpty Dumpty's a weird-ass story. It's kind of nice. You got some buddies to help out. Some guardsmen. The first way I actually learned about juggling in this game was when I rode the crocodile and the horse. Is when you move quick enough left and right while attacking an enemy from a higher position, so either on the horse or in air, it's just very easy to... Huh? That's funny. It's just very easy to rack up a bunch of damage. See, like, where did they go? Alright. It's gotta be dead now. Alright. Moving forward. We've got some easily accessible food in this stage, just by breaking the tables, and sometimes you'll actually get knocked into it, so you don't even have to do the work of, like, deliberately attacking the table. Alright. Alright, just gonna move past it and get this, turkey leg instead, just because it's one of the best food items in the game. What? Oh, that was a little close. There's only a little bit of room for error as far as some of these rooms go if you don't know how to go about killing the enemies with this little amount of defense that I've got. It's a little rough at times. How do you cut a guy's head off with a wrench? It's like a blunt object. Alright. I jumped into that bomb. I think after this one, he'll come attack me. Damn. Just like that? Alright, it's just at the wedding portion. Whatever. I'll live. I really probably should have bought potions in retrospect. I really just thought I was going to be able to sustain on the healing items at the end of this stage and the possibility of getting healed off a level. I should pick those up. I should have probably left the little guy who heals you on the, what is that, a owl? I'm gonna leave that there. If I take any damage on this screen, I'll go back and use that. Unlikely. Ow. Alright. Definitely worth backtracking. They're both gonna die. Oh shit, it won't let me. That's unfortunate, but I'll live. Oh shit, there's food in these. I forgot about that. How the fuck did I get hit by that? Maybe it's my depth perception, but that did not seem like I was gonna get hit by that at all. And then unfortunately I got hit by his defense mechanism. Damn it. I'm gonna go buy health. I know it's probably a waste of some time, but at this point, I'm not gonna do that stage again. Probably should have just done that in the first place, but we all make mistakes sometimes. Like Dad said, you're always getting levels, so to an extent that's definitely helping you. Like, obviously, going through the same stage a bunch of times isn't going to be ideal for your best run, but you still are getting more powerful and you're able to invest more levels. Alright, third time's a charm. Sometimes I can get this guy first phase without even letting him back to the piano. You just gotta time your inputs perfectly. Talk about fucking rubber banding! You literally have to juggle him. That is... And I didn't use my health. I didn't use my fucking potions. I just thought they were gonna auto-use, and I didn't have them selected. That is just pitiful. I feel like a complete chump right now, but it is what it is. This is my first official solo run, so... There's bound to be improvements in subsequent runs. I hate this room in particular because there's no real good way to really juggle them against anything. You just kind of have to do a stationary juggle. Sorry I haven't been looking at chat. It's kind of hard to keep up with while I'm in the middle of a run. Should probably refresh it when I get the opportunity, because Streamlabs is not always the best about keeping up with the YouTube comments. Sometimes you gotta refresh the feed a couple times. Alright. This is for all the marbles. I hate the bomb spam. It's not appreciated. And I didn't get any damage in. Well, that's an opportune moment to refresh the chat. I appreciate the kind words, guys. No! That's bullshit! Oh, he has to do this attack. I think this is scripted. Unless there's a chance that I did it a little too slow. Look at how many shots he's firing. I've never seen it behave like this. Holy shit. Alright. Poor guy. That was his best bud. Now this is an iconic theme. I remember playing a game called Toss the Turtle, which started on Newgrounds, and it was just very silly, but it happened to also use this theme, because of course it's made by the same people who make Castle Crashers. Or it was made on the platform, at least. I'm not sure if it was made by the same developers. I played it initially on a site called Armored Games, I believe. Made light work of that guy. What? I'm gonna take out the more difficult enemies first. Those other guys are pretty weak compared to the knights. Your goal is to just take out as many enemies as possible with each juggle, and just kind of keep them going, and definitely, you know, make sure that you're not juggling them for too long, because you can juggle them past the point where they're dead. They have to hit the ground to, if you've noticed, they have to hit the ground to fade out of existence and disappear. So, you know, let them set sometimes to be able to see if they're dead, especially if you've been juggling them for a while. I have like an internal timer, I guess, with how long I need to do it to make sure that I'm not wasting too much time. But you'll learn the more you play the game. This is just a super fun, family-friendly game. I'd say it's family-friendly. It's just cartoon violence at best. I played this at, like I said, you know, 8 and 9 a lot. Alright, this is the stage that used to give me so much shit, so let's see if I've improved. No, this is not the stage. It's the end of this section. No, I'm thinking of an entirely different portion. Never mind. It's the magma area with those assholes. I should have picked that heal up. Why didn't I? What was I thinking? Alright. Welcome to Stream Puzzler. Good to see ya. Alright, moving on. Because I guess it's implied because the knights are heavier, they're harder to juggle, it seems. Like I mean, that would make the most sense to me. They don't really bounce off the ground like the other enemies do when you attack them. These are the guys I'm talking about. These lava creatures. Sometimes they can give you a lot of problems. There's not really much of a reason to go for that. Damn, I had the potion out. Why didn't that auto heal? I'm so confused. I am almost certain that having a potion out should auto heal when you take damage. I'm just eating all these bombs. Come on. Alright. Off with their heads, I guess. They really love using those damn bombs, don't they? Alright, so note to self, you cannot block that. Damn, his attacks just beat the shit out of me. I'm gonna go out the max. Alright, so that's at max now. What the hell, dude? What kind of rubber banding is that shit? They just spam bombs. That's the only thing you have to worry about. They're not too difficult to fight. You just gotta make sure you're not getting hit by their bombs. See, I've casually speedran this game many a time, and most of the time I invest in defense, but it seems to pay off to dump full into strength. Alright. Alright. And that's that one down. Get a quick Terminator reference in, and he's dead. Alright. Gonna make a pit stop at this store. Gonna pick up this weapon. Might as well refill on this shit as well. Now we got plus, what is it, plus 5 strength? I could be wrong, plus 3. Oh, that gets us up to 31 damage a hit. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I picked up the potions because I do not want to restart this stage. Alright. So I got 2 sandwiches. As a kid, I don't know why, but we always called these beefy cakes. Me and my friends called them beefy cakes. I don't know where I heard that from, or if that's what they were called in any capacity, but that's always what I call them. Yeah, I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm a little frustrated here because I was just about to heal, and then he hit me with a fireball that took me out. Luckily, I wasn't that far into the stage. This stage can kind of make or break your run, I feel like. All right. Oh, I don't even need to take that guy out. Volcano Town. No active volcanoes. Looks very reassuring. Might want to move my family in here. God damn it! Those enemies suck ass, man. Still some of my least favorite enemies to this day. To this day. Because they always catch you with those fireballs when you're least expecting it. Like, And I was 2 hits away from a heal. Like, my whole goal was to conserve potions by trying to get the heal from the level instead of the potion. And unfortunately, I died again. Those fireballs just do an insane amount of damage. Oh my gosh, it's half my health. I have to be so very careful here. That's why I was dying so quickly. I didn't realize that if I get hit by 2 of those, I'm dead. Rip the door off its hinges. Ooh. Hey guys. What's a weapon? What's a skeleton's favorite weapon? A bone and arrow. So stupid. It's my dad joke of the day. Alright. Now for the real boss. And this is how you take him out real easy. There we are. And this gets us the wheel. Alright, before we head there, I actually forgot something quite crucial. Alright. Also gonna just pick up some heals to be safe. Alright, now we just gotta do the industrial castle and then we can cross the waters.
You aren't beefy enough to get through this door.
Well, you stand corrected, huh? There are certain times when the bomb enemies really get you. Oh my god, if you don't keep your momentum, it is just horrible. You get caught in that real bad. Alright. This elevator can be made extremely quick. Alright. Nice. Come on. Just... It's so close. Alright, there's the elevator. Alright, good heal, good heal. No! Fuck! I did not need to restart any stages anymore. Fuck, man. And I was right at the end, too, which, when you have this much strength, is not hard at all. Fuck, that is just so unfortunate. It's hard to juggle here because there's so many enemies that have there's so many enemies in this level that throw bombs, so it kind of deters you from juggling, because if you get caught mid juggle, they'll hit you in the face with a bomb, and like I said before, when you have lower defense, it kind of punishes you a little bit. Elevator take 2. Well, let's hope I get lucky, I guess. Come on. I died with, God, fuck! That is just horrible, man. That is just horrible right there. That's just beyond horrible. I'm gonna be so honest, that just pisses me off. I had that. I literally went for one fucking attack that I shouldn't have, and I died. I should have just fucking gone slow and, ugh. That is just frustrating beyond belief, man. To have done the whole thing perfectly for the most part, like, and then just mess up right there. fucking hate this stage, man. It's so annoying. Did not think I would still be on. I thought I would have already been on the other side at this point. God damn it. You just have to do every screen pretty much perfect without taking hits. Like, that's the hard part. I was not on purpose at all, damn it. Yeah, great. The fingers take so long to fucking kill, man. It's such a waste of time. Okay. Thank God. Yeah, you can add us on Switch at the Vid-Bits. It should let you search by name, I do believe. Currently I'm playing on Xbox though. Alright. Now that's the whole right side of everything taken care of. Now I was thinking buying a potion, but I should be safe. The pirates have especially low health. Friend code? I would have to get you that at a different time, my man. I'm sorry. If you join our Discord, that would be a pretty easy way to get the friend code. You could just message the Discord and I could send it there right after. Alright. Pirate ship down. Now the only thing you have to really deal with here is these guys, which do suck. But with the amount of strength we have right now, they're pretty easy to take care of. You don't have to take the scorpions out. They're not a required enemy. Alright. And then you've got these guys as well, which I've recently learned you can block when they're under the sand. Shout out to Easy Speezy for more great tips. Alright. This one giraffe? There you go. Might as well, because the quicker I level up, the more likely I am to get that quick heal. And honestly, it's not like this guy has been doing me much good. The bat, I mean. Alright, and we've got another little mini-boss. And then we get abducted. Which is always fun. Who doesn't love being abducted? Getting probed, and getting kidnapped. It's just fun. You come back completely undressed. Sounds like a great time. I'm just kidding. Alright, so since we don't have magic, we just gotta fire arrows. You guys remember the glitch where you used to be able to walk up the side of the wall and walk through this stage? It was super weird. It was one of my favorite things to do, though. So they're gonna be spawning on the right side. Okay. Just gotta breathe. This is madness. Come on, I'm fucked now. There's no way I'm beating this. They hit me too many times. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to do the alien stage again. I already see it coming. Oh. Wait. 8. Oh my gosh. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I did it! Yes! I fucking clutched it! Oh my god. I clutched it. It's because I didn't get hit by the fumes at all. Unfortunately, a lot of times I get hit by those fumes. Holy shit, chat. That was big shit right there. Not having to redo that stage definitely saves some time. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the more annoying stages of the run. Alright, I'm so stoked about that. I know, right? That was definitely clutch. I don't know what the zebra does. I'm gonna need help. Alright, whatever. Is there a shop over here, or do I have to go back to the other side? These guys just suck, man. You can't really juggle them, you can't really kill them super quickly, you just have to fight them. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you get at a weird depth, or like a weird layer where your hits just don't connect, yet they should. Like, why are some of my hits just not even registering with him? That's just irritating to me. Alright. We've made it to the best part. Or, almost. Better not get ahead of myself. It's just funny. Like, the way that this area concludes itself is just kind of hilarious to me. You know, no boss, just a good game of volleyball, where you can totally cheat and beat the shit out of your enemies. You can literally just knock them down and make it so they can't score any. Oh, I almost went the whole way without letting them score once. Come on. You guys don't want to lose now, huh? I literally was about to win without getting hit once. That better have counted. What the hell? I just got hit by that guy and it stopped. That better still uncover the way. I was about to say. Alright. Of course the NPC had to break a grave to make more enemies spawn. Why wouldn't they? All right. There's a sword back there, if anyone was wondering. You walk behind that little area there, you can get a sword. I don't think it's better than this one, though. That is such a good timed heal that I just got there. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, here we are to the big old corn. I like how you could see his little underwear. I just think that's funny. This is the most annoying part when he's at the very end because he goes so slow and he just keeps doing this shit, man. And you're literally waiting to get one hit in. That's some of my least favorite stuff too. Like, just because that's monotonous, this is one of the more boring bosses. Funny and comical, don't get me wrong, but not really that interesting. Alright. Now we've got the horn. That's like the only screen that has water at all, and that enemy... there's this one too. But there's... in the first stage, there's a... animal orb that lets you traverse quicker in water, and this is pretty much the only stage that it has any sort of use on. I don't think there's any other stage that has water that you walk in. Besides, obviously, that small puddle of water in the level where they give you that animal orb. Dad forgets this boss exists pretty much every time we play the game. It's funny. He just always forgets. Don't get me wrong, I forget that there's a Medusa boss sometimes too, but like, every time he'll be like, what's this area? I'll be like, Dad, what do you mean? You've done this before. I hope that I didn't use that heal too soon. Her hair snakes are probably the worst part of the fight. +3, yeah. I'm not using that one. I'm gonna be smart. Instead of wasting a bunch of time dying, we go refill this once more. I don't have any more money than that. Well, this one is gonna have to do. The big guys are just annoying because they're hard to stagger. And I get hit more when they're throwing me than pretty much anything else. God. Fuck off! Like, how'd you counter those guys? You can't even juggle them. I could have swore that was going to be the easiest way to do it. I don't have any money for... I don't have any money for potions. I'm sure you're wondering what I'm doing, but I need money for potions really bad. And I can't really waste any more time. Those guys just don't fuck around. They're some of the hardest enemies in this whole fucking game. Of course, I doubted myself. I thought it was only a hit or two away, but I just didn't want to risk it. Oh my god. No, bro, no! Fuck! That's some bullshit. God. See, like, I knew exactly which stages were gonna cause me problems, because it's fucking always these stages, regardless of how I play, what stats I invest in, or what. It's always these fucking stages. There's only a handful of hard ones in the whole game. Just frustrates, this one in particular frustrates the living shit out of me. And it always has. It's just such a ramp. Like, I feel like the last stage is not nearly as difficult as this one. And I was doing so good with the ladder strat, just grouping them up and taking them out super easily, like... God. This is literally the hardest part of the whole fucking thing. Is this. In my opinion. Like, this is harder than the final boss. This is harder than each of the mini bosses that he has you face. This is the fucking hardest part of the whole run. The whole thing. My new goal is 2.5 hours. I had an unofficial goal of 2 hours, and unfortunately, because we wiped on multiple stages, that's not possible. I'm just being realistic with myself. I know that's impossible. So... God damn! They are literally the fucking toughest enemy in the whole game. It's so fucking irritating. Like, these fucking big guys are tougher than certain bosses in this game. By the time you get to them, they are fucking harder than like the first fucking 5 bosses. I just don't understand why it needs to be so fucking beefy. Like, they don't stagger worth shit. Why? Like, why are other enemies such pushovers and these fuck you up so bad? Like, ever since I was a kid, this level gave me so much shit. I think this is harder than the fucking final boss. I struggle less in the final fight than I do in this single stage, which I just don't feel like that's how it should be, if I'm being completely honest. That doesn't really make sense. But like, this shit, what is the combo that allows you to get the most fucking damage on them? Like, there's none. The only one that works is fucking jumping into them, and it barely does. Because half the time it ends in you doing that. I just wish I understood these fucking enemies right here. Like, I don't know why they've always been the hardest part of the game for me. It's a lot easier when you can use magic, but I literally have only leveled strength because that's really the most efficient way to do it. There's like, that one fucking crystal has no range. Oh, I'm out of fucking heals again. Looks like I'm in the exact same position as last time. That is just such a lucky health drop. Go right for Burr. That's where we're headed. Did not mean to do that. Alright, that's gotta be it, right? Is there an enemy alive? What the hell's going on? I'm dumb. I was supposed to go in here. All right. Come on. Okay. Woo. All right. Just gotta. If you're a magic user, this intro part is going to be very difficult for you. Just an FYI. Here's one of my favorite bosses in the whole game, and he's actually now inspired some new content that the Behemoth has been working on, which is really cool to hear. We're after 12 years or so, we're getting new DLC for Castle Crashers, which is big news. You're actually going to be able to play as the small version of the painter. That's no good. Oh shit. Alright. This one's a lot easier than the original version. This boss, he doesn't have as many of the OP moves that the original version had. Alright, there's pretty much nothing I can do during this phase. Come on, I did not want to have to do a third phase of this. All right. This is probably the most badass fight of the whole game. Come on. That guy's such a dick. All right. Good stuff. That would be so real. All right, fully prepared. My guess is 2:35. That's my guess for the time on this speed run. I didn't even mean to use this. Okay, so I've only invested in strength, so I really just have to wait for the red bubble. Damn it! It's just, I'm so stupid. He runs a shit ton during this phase. Alright. The second I land on the crystal, that's when the time stops. 2:31:05. I am totally cool with that. Totally cool with that. Good stuff. I was as close to 2 minutes and 30 seconds as I feel like I could reasonably get. So honestly, not too upset with that one. Especially with a couple wipes during the run, I feel like I'll be able to improve my strategy and kind of change the way I approach it going forward. But man, that was certainly something. That run was a little bit stressful, not gonna lie, a little stressful, especially in certain parts like this area. The damn, the area with all the moon knights, they just kick your ass. But man, this was just one of my favorite games as a kid, so to be able to be in the position to speedrun it now and to be able to beat it in less than 3 hours is pretty good. It used to take me multiple days, and then eventually I could beat it in the same day, and then I think my unofficial time was about 3 or 4 hours, which has been vastly improved on now. I'm just glad that I've made a little bit of progress, and I can't wait to further lessen this time. And shout out to the Behemoth for making some of my favorite iconic Xbox Live Arcade games. They just they're so nostalgic, and they definitely stand out amongst some of the best games to have come out on the console in general. The 360 was so rich and had so much good content coming out, and I'm just glad to see that the Behemoth cares so much about their property as to even come back in 12 or so years later, add more content. No, it's more than that. 15 years later? No, 2000. When I think it's been 12 years maybe since the last DLC. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, the fact that they're gonna come back and allow us to make Steam Workshop like custom characters and stuff, that sounds awesome. And I hope it comes with some new levels or some sort of maybe another New Game Plus level or something to freshen up the content. I'm sure they won't just bring it back with solely that. I would like to believe that they're going to add some sort of fresh new stuff. But yeah, shout out to everyone who made this game once again. I always love to give credit to those who make the games that we love. And finally, thank you to the entire Newgrounds community and all the people who have played our previous games or made a purchase at our online store. Your direct support continues to make our dreams a reality. Yeah! Party time. I remember when I first saw this as a kid, I was so baffled. I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I was definitely in awe when I beat this game for the first time. I love the little penguins. I don't know why they're there, but it has like the perfect random comedy. If you're a fan of stupid random comedy, this game is your favorite. It will be one of your favorites. I assure you. Like, it's one of mine. I know that. And it's just because of, like, all of the dumb little jokes that make little to no sense throughout the duration of the game. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's so classic, and I'm sure all of you guys have fond memories with Castle Crashers as well, if you grew up in the same generation as me. Castle Crashers and Battle Block Theater, as well as Pit People, have just all, those games have sold incredibly well, and they continue to sell well year after year. Because, honestly, indie games, they're just better than AAA titles. I think everyone can agree at this point that indie developers put more time and effort into their products than the AAA developers. The AAA developers want to squeeze every last dime out of the consumer instead of wanting to make a good game that they would want to play. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, that's always what a good developer does, is makes a game that they would want to play. You look at Nintendo, and they always were wanting to one-up themselves because they enjoyed playing the games. You look at From Software, and the reason that From Software gets such a good rap is because they also make the games because they want to play them. Sorry, I'm just checking some of the pet descriptions, don't mind me in the background, but helps you find food and grass. Okay. But ultimately, the developers who make games just out of the love of their heart and the love of the craft, those are the ones that get the respect from me, because they care about the end user and the people who ultimately are the reason that they have a game in the first place, and they have a community. So, shout out to Behemoth, shout out to all the indie devs out there. If you yourself are working on an indie game, I really implore you to put your name out there. You know, get the word out, and if you are ever working on games, I would love to both play test and promote games, especially those that were made within our community, because I know that we have plenty of aspiring animators, programmers, editors. We have such a wide variety of skilled individuals in our community, and I'm sure that ultimately, if you guys come together, you'd be able to make something yourselves and be proud of it. But at the end of the day, thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a ton of fun. It's been another edition of Speedrun Saturdays. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Bray from the Vid-Bits. Peace.